Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.
This is Joe Pugh for IFL TV. New year, same gym. Tom, how are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. How are you? How was Christmas?
Very well, thank you. Did you enjoy Christmas after that great performance in Sunderland?
Yeah, enjoyed a little bit of time off, needed a bit of recovery, to be honest. Yeah, just to reset the batteries, and we went again just before the new year, so yeah, it was good. What are you laughing at?
What is going on?
Just to reset the batteries. Here he is, look.
You do talk like about a 60-year-old man when you do your interviews. The voice goes a bit deeper, doesn't it?
I'm a 60-year-old man at heart, really, though. I am a 60-year-old man at heart.
You got your hood nice and up, tucked up as well today, haven't you, mate?
Yeah, man, it's cold in here today.
Oh, yeah, it is, to be fair. We got the heater going.
That heater is really good.
It's very good.
The first thing I do when I come in here is stand by that heater for about 10 minutes to warm up. It is banging, that heater.
How many times have you watched with pride that performance in Sunderland?
Watched it a few times. Obviously, there was a couple of things that, like a couple of bad habits I want to get out of, like they're coming out high. I think Darren Barker on the commentary summed them up quite well, I think. A couple of good things. We were working well on them in here in the gym, and we went to the States with O'Hara. We went over there and worked well over there. So yeah, no, we're just in there just working on little improvements and ready to go again for a big 24.
Just speaking to Will there, he said that you had a serious gut check in Las Vegas and you come through it with flying colours. I know you've done some heavy duty sparring, shall we say, but what's it like getting them rounds under your belt?
Mate, listen, everyone over there is world class. Like in all the gyms over there, you've got a mix of everything. You've got every sparring opponent you want, every style you could ask for, and yeah, listen, we had a couple of really gruelling spars. Like I sparred Bruce Shoo Carrington, top ranked prospect of the year, and he is absolutely mustard. Like that geezer is different level. I sparred DJ Zamora as well. He's really good as well, 14-0. He's a really good boxer as well. And yeah, we went and had some good spars, and it was tough. It was some tough, hard rounds, and I'd really had to bite my gum shield and get through it. But without them sorts of spars, just don't know what level you're at. So it was nice to know where I'm fighting and what level I want to get to, and I know now that it's just a different ball game over there.
Certainly. And do you think you come back a bit more of a man? Went out there a boy, come back a man?
Yeah, definitely. I think there was definitely experiences out there where you come back a bit different, and it was, why are you laughing? I love you. No, we had some golden spars over there. Definitely come back definitely a better, more well-rounded boxer, and they did show me like more weaknesses to myself, more than I knew what I had to do before. But there was little things like just the way they manoeuvre around the ring and the way that they move and put you in the positions where they want you to throw. And just little things like that, and come back, and then I can work on them myself. And then hopefully we'll go back there soon with OD, and even for like maybe a couple of weeks during the camp, and get some more rounds and get some better rounds out there. So,
how was New Year's Eve in Vegas?
Mate, it's a different place out there for New Year's Eve. They just shut down the strip, and if you looked down at the strip, you couldn't see an ounce of tarmac. There was just people everywhere. It was mad.
I don't think you have to be a rocket scientist to put two and two together. When your neck's going to be out, we can't really say it because it hasn't been officially announced, but Wasserman card in March. But yeah, glad to be back out, and a little bit disappointed it ain't in London.
A little bit disappointed it's not in London. I was quite looking forward. Obviously, there was talks of it being in London. I was quite looking forward to fighting at home, but listen, it is what it is. A fight's a fight. I'm going to be very active this year, looking forward to get as many rounds under my belt as possible, and we start off in March.
I think 6 times out this year you're hoping for?
6 times out this year, maybe even more. Like, we'll just see how many shows we can get on. I'm going to be in the gym all year round, and I'm going to be ready all year round. It's not really going to be a camp. This is going to be a constant camp for the year, and we'll just take as many fights as possible and get as many rounds, as much experience. And this year for me is all about learning. It's all about developing. It's all about shaping myself for a big 25.
How pleased are you with Wasserman at the minute? Because first fight, Channel 5, second fight, the zone, so much exposure. And speaking to Callus Alden last week, there's going to be some pretty big fights. So good chance for you to get on the undercards of them in this year. Listen,
I'm absolutely buzzing with the position I've been put in with Wasserman. I'm absolutely buzzing with the way that they're treating me. And listen, it's quite easy for a prospect to have 1 or 2 and then get put on the shelf. And they sort of then don't get out, they don't get the exposure they need. But listen, we have a long-term plan, and I hope Wasserman are happy with me. I'm hoping that Callum and Nissa are happy with me, and all we want is we just want as much activity as possible, and then the opportunities come after that. So I just want to develop this year, and then we'll keep it going from there.
How important is it for you to keep on putting in those great performances to make sure you're not put on a shelf? You want to be the one spoken about. You want to be on the tip of Calla and Nissa's tongues when they're talking about building these cards.
It's absolutely essential. Like I want to be at the front of the pecking order when they're putting these cards together. Like, right, we have to have Tom on this one, or we have to have him on this one. You know, and without putting in them big performances, you don't get that. You don't get put on. You do get put on a shelf. You get forgotten about, essentially. You know, like there's been a few times when prospects have a bit of a slip up. Like they take a draw, they take a loss, and all of a sudden they're not as spoken about as much, and then they just get forgotten about, and they're not put on the big cards. They're not getting what they need. You know, so putting in performances is essential, and we're looking forward to that. And listen, at the end of the day, it's all about learning. So as much as we're learning, as much as we're developing, then the performances come.
Last one, it's January 2024 now. Where are you going to be at in a year's time, January 2025? What's Tom Welland going to look like?
Hopefully we're going to look like either between 8 and 10-0, looking for major steps up, looking for major titles, maybe a couple of continental titles maybe, or an English or something like that. Hopefully a title shot, definitely. Maybe even towards the end of the year. I know that, again, without giving too much away, I know that me and my manager have been speaking about possibly a title shot before the end of the year, depending on how this year goes. So we'll wait and see, and that could be a major title. So we're just going to wait and see. And listen, that comes again with exposure, that comes with developing. But listen, with a bit of luck, we're gonna start off 25 with a bang.
Excellent, Tom. Thank you very much for speaking to IFL TV, and hopefully we'll get that date announced soon, and we'll do another interview then, mate.
Thank you, Joe.
Cheers, mate.
Wall Street Memes Casino
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.